We're continuing to track the Creekside Quarter project as developers and Medford city officials prepare to host a town hall. Thanks for joining us for Newswatch 12 at 5. I'm Samantha Cadera.
And I'm Oscar Rodriguez. That meeting is about to begin in just 30 minutes. Newswatch 12's Daryl Green has more details on what we can expect.
Medford residents are gathering here at the SOU Enrolled Community College, attending a panel discussion that involves city officials and developers of the Creekside Quarter project. And as citizens have raised questions about the project, tonight's meeting is much needed. The Creekside Quarter Pack released a new rendering for the project's development, showcasing vastly developed areas from previous maps that have been released. The new map also includes a designated parking garage area and echoes City Councilor Nick Card's statement when presenting the project to the Jackson County Board of Commissioners.
We have a developer who is interested in developing who's interested in developing the west side. And so the west side, again, that is the conference center, hotel, office, parking.
The new map will be discussed tonight along with Measure 15238, a voting measure on the November 4th special election ballot. The measure represents a 2% increase on the transient lodge tax and allows the city to raise the maximum tax from 11% to 13% for visitors of hotels and Airbnbs. The city plans to use the measure to fund developments in the Creekside Quarter. The measure has also launched an interactive website and citywide advertisements, but as the special election approaches, citizens still have questions.
Who does the Creekside Quarter project really serve? Is it too big to fail, or is it too big to do anything but?
Now, all of these details bring us to tonight's meeting. I've spoke with multiple citizens and downtown business owners who've expressed that they don't know anything about a project that could potentially impact their lives. Tonight's meeting serves as clarity for all parties involved. Reporting in Medford, I'm Daryl Green.
Now, taking a live look out at Medford, where that meeting is taking place in just 30 minutes. It was a beautiful and sunny fall day, but definitely a chilly morning. So let's go ahead and turn it right over to Storm Tracker 12 Chief Meteorologist Matt Hoffman to see how much longer we can expect this beautiful weather and how we can expect for the rest of our work week.
Well, we are actually going to see a little bit of a warming trend here as we wrap up the week. That'll be some good news. We did have a lot of sunshine earlier in the day, but now clouds have started to increase as expected. And we are going to see more in the way of cloud cover as we go through tonight. So that's going to mean not as cold of a start for Southern Oregon and Northern California as we head into your Friday. Right now, 66 degrees in Medford. It's 60 in Mount Shasta, in the 50s currently in Gold Beach. 59 right now in Klamath Falls. It's 65 degrees in Montague, and we're at 58 in Chemult. All in all, pretty pleasant fall day. Thursday, it is the day that we have the drought monitor update each week, and we have seen no change in the drought status. Still some moderate drought in Curry and far western Josephine County. Taking a look at the satellite radar imagery, although we are getting increased clouds from this latest storm system, there's a few showers up towards Coos County and portions of Douglas County. Likely going to stay dry with this system. We're just going to get the increased clouds for tonight. Down to about 43 degrees in Medford tonight, down to 32 in Klamath Falls, so not as cold waking up on your Friday. And tomorrow will be a warmer afternoon with also decrease in clouds. We'll see a lot of sunshine overall through the day on Friday, and that's looking nice if you're going to be heading to Medford's first restaurant week. The forecast for tomorrow looks pretty nice. It'll be still a little bit cool the lunch hour, but mostly sunny skies near 60. If you're going to have lunch outside, we'll be in the upper 60s by about 6 o'clock with clear conditions for dinner. We'll take a closer look at the forecast through the rest of restaurant week. Also let you know when wet weather could return to the region this weekend, coming up in just a bit.
Onto a crime alert. Jackson County Sheriff's Office arrested 4 drivers for suspected DUI Saturday night. The Sheriff's Office says 2 of the drivers' cars were stuck in ditches. 1 driver was reported by other drivers, and 1 had been previously warned to not drive. A look at these individual cases can be found on KDRV.com. The Sheriff's Office asks anyone who suspects a driver who might be impaired should call 911 to report the driver.
And Medford Police Department took part in a nationwide effort to tackle outstanding domestic violence warrants. Local law enforcement and victim advocates assisted in the operation, which resulted in 12 arrests in Jackson County. They attempted 48 warrant services and followed up to 21 no-contact orders. Police say this operation highlights the continuing issue of domestic violence and the need to hold offenders accountable. And a Central Point family is finding a unique way to honor their dad and give back to the community after his loss to battle the Parkinson's.
Newswatch 12's Grace Ritz spoke to the family about how they plan on celebrating his life.
For my dad to celebrate his life and to honor him in a way that was kind of unique because he didn't want a service. So I just wanted to continue his passion.
Lanny loved to give blood, and after passing away from Parkinson's after a 16-year fight, his daughter knew that she wanted to do something unique to make sure that his memory lived on. That's why she planned a tribute blood drive to make sure that others could give blood just like Lanny did.
He was always a man who was very passionate about giving to others. We've named the blood drive Living Life Like Lanny because he was such a kind-hearted, generous man. He would give you the shirt off his back. He would drop everything he was doing to help others.
Lanny lived in Central Point for over 50 years, having his own business and raising a family. His family says this blood drive is not just a way to give back, but to also bring more good into the world.
Try it once. And maybe you can save somebody's life by just giving a little bit of your own blood. I just think we need more kindness in our world. And if this is one little step that we can take, I know my dad would be proud.
More information on the blood drive can be found on our website. Reporting in Central Point, I'm Grace Ritz.
Now, taking a look at our school watch, the Bonanza Junior Senior High School has been expanding their agriculture program for the past few years, and we're seeing some new additions. The school farm now also includes sheep, chickens, and more. These students are now learning to manage a chicken flock, prepare and sell farm fresh eggs, in addition to caring for sheep and operating farm equipment. Not only does this expansion help teach students farm-to-table practices, but also the fundamentals of small business management.
3 faculty members from Oregon Tech traveled to the Caribbean to bring specialized training in vascular ultrasounds. The team used both webinars and on-site training to help standardize ultrasounds practice across 5 island hospitals. And more than 200 attendees participated in the webinars, with several getting in-depth and hands-on training with the team. And it's the first vascular team from Oregon Tech to travel to the Caribbean. And October 16th marks the Great Shakeout Day and International Earthquake Preparedness Day.
Over 50 million people worldwide took part at 10:16 this morning to practice how to stay safe if an earthquake happens. Newswatch 12's Danny Stepanovich shows us what it looks like in action.
School board meetings are usually calm and collected, but today it's about to turn into a real-time earthquake safety drill.
Remember, drop, cover.
Imagine being in the middle of a meeting when an earthquake happens. Experts say the best option is to find some cover, hold on, cover your neck. Go ahead. It's actually not smart to go under a doorway and not smart to go outside.
Bottom line is protect your head and then get low, because ground shaking, wouldn't want you to fall and get hurt. Shield your head. Get under a table if you can.
The Great Shakeout is all about turning that 1 minute of practice into instinct. So when the real quake hits, everyone knows exactly what to do.
The things we never want to happen, the staff and students know what to do to be safe, because in that kind of an emergency, we don't always have time to explain it.
Beginning tomorrow, more than 15 Medford restaurants will be partaking in the first ever Forks and Friends event. This event celebrates Downtown Medford Week by showcasing local restaurants, regional farms, and harvest season specials. A total of 17 restaurants are participating that include Common Block, Buttercloud Bakery, Over Easy, and Caba Empanadas. The new event aims to increase foot traffic and support small businesses in downtown Medford. A closer look at the long event can be found on our website.
And with Halloween just around the corner, several venues are setting up for their spooky events, including a ski area in Southern Oregon. And after a successful first year, a haunting of Mount Ashland is back starting tomorrow. There will be a trick-or-treat trail in the evening for the little kids. Then things get a little bit more frightening, Sam, as night goes, as the visitors ride chairlifts and take on a haunted trail. The Mount Ashland Ski Area General Manager says after selling selling out the first year, they tripled their capacity this year, and most of their sessions are already sold out.
Trying to reach people who aren't skiers and snowboarders, getting people to come up to the mountain, experience it for the first time. The other is just looking for different revenue sources. You know, if we aren't able to open when we hope to, we want to make sure that we can have our staff still working year round.
And there's no age restrictions on the festivities, but Mount Ashland says discretion is strongly advised for children under the age of 13. Also, the Mount Ashland is looking for volunteer skiers. For more information or to be able to snag some of those tickets, head over to our website.
There are now just 10 days left to donate new or gently used coats to any one of our more than 50 donation locations. All you have to do is drop a coat into one of our red donation barrels, then we'll clean and help distribute them to local kids in need. Even if you don't have a coat to donate, then you can make a monetary donation for a brand new coat on our website, kdrv.com. And we just want to say thank you for helping make this campaign a success every year.